my ID says Jason Brown. I'm trying to change it, and I don't know why. I just borrowed his computer. It's not letting me change it, but we're just going to ignore that for right now. And we're going to get into the training, guys. Super, super excited. There's a lot of new faces on this call. Let's give a shout out to all the brand new people. Go ahead. I know we just blew up the chat box, but let's blow it up again. A 111 in the chat box. Shout out to Adam and Jess. They're on this call. They live in the UK, and it's in the middle of the night over there, but they woke up to be on this call today. They are brand new to our team, so we're super, super excited. And shout out to all of you. So really just making the time to be on this call. You know, I think what's important in wanting to elevate yourself and wanting to become, you know, the best version of yourself, wanting to grow yourself and grow your business is being present on calls like this, right? Is listening to your mentors, is being coachable, is being able to be present, being able to be close to the campfire. Because to be completely honest, sorry guys, let me mute this because my phone is blowing up. To be completely honest, in the beginning, I wasn't really intact into calls like this the way that I should have been. And honestly, maybe Elaine and I would have been chairman right now if we were. But I think what's important here is that you guys realize the importance of your presence. So if you see people that are not on calls like this, next time make sure that they're on calls like this, you know, not even just these when Elaine and I are teaching but when, you know, Steve is doing his mentorship calls. Like, guys, these calls are so valuable. I just wanted to go ahead and go there before I get to the good stuff. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you guys. And today we're going to do a marketing training. Give me 1 second. I just need to make sure. I know it's really weird, but like I need to see myself as a reflection so I don't get distracted by everybody else. So guys, we're going to go ahead and do a marketing training today. So for those of you who either are trying to build your business, if you are on this call, it's because you have an interest in building your business. Okay. Steve was going over a lot of ranks, a lot of things that maybe to brand new people, maybe doesn't make complete sense. Okay. So just a quick review. Steve Max just hit platinum 5,000 in the company. That means that he has almost 300 customers in his entire organization. That doesn't mean that every single one of his customers are builders. It just means that he has 300 people that him and his team has collectively recruited. Elaine and I are a part of that. Right, guys? But I don't want you guys to think of it as recruiting. I want you guys to think of it more as building relationships, right? Eric Worre was just saying this on a video that Steve was just saying, you know, creating those relationships, building, you know, that friendship, right, guys? Because if we think too critically, we think too much about business, we're going to come off very robotic, right? Because we're just like a one-hit wonder. You see, we're on calls 24/7, and sometimes we try to like move quickly through things and just try to get to the point with people. But I'm letting you know right now, maybe for us it's very repetitive, but for them it's their first interaction with you. You need to make sure that your first interaction with the person that you are opening this opportunity to is one of genuineness, of sincerity, of integrity, right? You want to show your leadership. You want to be a friend. Like, literally just tell yourself, I need to be friends with people. Like, don't say I need to recruit people. Think I need to be friends with people. Because when people trust you, okay, if I have a friend that I trust that says, wow, you should definitely go check out this store, they have amazing, super cute stuff, I'm going to trust my friend that I know rather than a stranger telling me go check out the store. Right, guys? So we need to make sure that we develop that. And in marketing, you need to make sure that comes across in your platforms, right? In your social media platforms, in your conversations, okay? That sort of genuineness comes across to the opposite person. So I'm going to go by what's, to me, one of the most important things. And I know I've talked about this before, guys, but we're going to go a lot deeper today. These are just a couple of points that you guys can write down, but we're going to go in real deep. Branding yourself as a leader. Okay. The reason why this is so important, guys, is because people aren't just joining the business, they're joining you. Okay. So if I want to go ahead and market my business, I need to first see how I'm marketing myself. I did a training for Switzerland a couple of weeks ago, and, you know, it was for girls. And, you know, a lot of their pictures were exposed. Like, and I literally just told them on the training call, listen, a lot of you guys just started following me on Instagram. And as I'm on this call, I'm going to go ahead and look through your profiles. And I literally told them, guys, you are going to attract what you give out. So what you're giving out is what you're going to attract. If that's the kind of attention that you're going to attract, then you're not going to attract serious people into your business. Okay. I'm not saying that your Instagram needs to look super serious and robotic, but it needs to be professional. It needs to have life. It needs to have love. It needs to, have your beliefs and your values. Okay. But it can't be like, you're in the club every weekend and whatever. I mean, I know nobody's in the club right now, but I'm literally just so adamant on that. I'm like, guys, if you really want people to take you seriously, you need to build yourself seriously first before you can even market the platform. So when I started marketing this platform, I started looking as myself. I started to look as myself as a leader. I'm like, wait a second, let me look at my content. And a lot of our team has told, Elaine and I, wow, your content is so amazing, but it wasn't always like that. We had to make a dramatic shift. We had to be like, okay, I used to look at all these captions and I used to be like, man, Matt Rosa, Jason Brown, Alex Morton, how do they come up with these inspiring, like, is there a copy paste button with books that they're just taking these captions from? And I remember I asked Jason one time, this was like a year ago, and I was like, Jason, seriously, how do you come up with these captions? It literally looks like you just copy and pasted it from a book. And he was like, well, when you bring yourself to a specific frequency and you are always evolving, you're always on mentorship calls like this, okay? You're always reading books, you're always pouring into yourself, you're gonna have so much value to give out. So now when I make captions, it's easy. Sometimes I have a caption before I have a picture. And I'm like, man, I need a picture to go with this caption because I have so much value to give. But why? It's because I'm pouring into myself. This morning, we had a trade house call from 8 to 9 a.m. that Steve Max is leading with a couple of our leaders. Okay, I could have easily, I went to bed at 3 a.m. I could have easily been like, okay, I only slept 4 hours, so I'm going to go back to sleep. No. At 9 a.m., I got my coffee after the call. I made myself some breakfast. I read my Bible a little bit. I read the book that I'm reading. I listened to an audio. I made sure that I was fueled up for the day, okay? It's like you charge your phone. You got to make sure that you're fueled up because people are going to come to you and they're going to say, how much value are you going to be able to give me right now? Because I need answers to my questions. And sometimes we can't be like, well, let me ask Steve. Let me ask Mike. Let me ask Jason. Like, no, you've been poured to enough in this business and you have enough platforms. You have enough trainings to have valuable things. So the first thing is, are the things that you are posting valuable on your story, on your Instagram posts, okay? You don't have to have a professional, cameraman, okay? Jason was laughing at me today because I literally have just been creating content in this house somehow, some way. And it's not because I have a professional camera person. I'm just like, okay, today's a day. I need to make sure that I get a nice picture. I guess we'll figure it out. And it just happens, right? But we need to put focus and emphasis into our social media platforms, and we need to dive into that and we need to pour into it like it's our business. Because like Elaine was saying a couple calls ago, that platform, your social media platform, is your business card, right? We talk about having a business card. This is gum, but to pretend this is my business card. This is what your Instagram is right now, guys. This is what your Facebook is right now. This is your business card. So how much are you going to invest into your business card to attract people into your business? You see, there's so many people that are like, Katie, Elaine, how are you guys attracting people through Instagram? Well, I'm keeping up with my Instagram. It's a drag. Yes, I understand that. It is. But you know what? You have to feed. You have to make sure that you're staying on top of those things, guys. Sometimes I even tell Elaine, she went from 0 to 100. Like, no joke. And she knows that. She went from like maybe 300 followers to now she has increased 1,000 plus from that. And she knew that she had to be consistent with her Instagram. She was posting once every 6 months. She knew that wasn't going to get her places. So now she's posting once a week. So at least, and she's posting on her story every single day. These were things that she had to get out of her comfort zone. So if you guys are those people that are like, well, I don't really post, I'm not a poster, that's okay. But just know that that's going to affect your business. It's going to limit your business. Steve Max, he's always on Instagram. He's posting, he's giving so much value. Guys, always just adding value, okay? The next thing I want to go over, are you hiding behind the platform or are you representing yourself as a leader of the platform? Okay? Sometimes we just take the platform and we're like, yeah, Forex, trading, go live, academy, yes, okay? But people don't join this. They join this. They want to know you. Okay, so are you representing just a platform and you're trying to hide behind it, or maybe you're just too busy edifying so many people that you cloud yourself, and then people are like, well, you're not really the important one. It's actually the other person. It is important to edify your leaders, yes, but for people to also see that you yourself are a leader. And maybe you haven't been in the in the platform for months or years, and that's okay. But just be honest with people. I was on a call with Jess and Adam today earlier, and I told them, I'm like, just be honest and say, hey, I'm learning this platform, but I am plugged in with some pretty incredible people that are paving the way for me. You can be honest. You don't have to lie to people. Hey, I'm learning, but these mentors, they're pouring into me so much. Your growth is just going to catapult because you're just being fed into every single day. Okay, the next thing I want to go over, are you cross-pollinating and commenting on your teams and mentor stuff? Okay, not even just your team and your mentor stuff, but on regular people. Sometimes I just go on my Explorer page and I see people, maybe not with like crazy amounts of followers because that's not going to really work, but I see people and I just comment sometimes. Like I put the 100 emoji, I'll put like, yes, I don't know who they are, but I'll get 6 or 7 likes on that comment, right? If I put a nice little comment on their picture. If I have 6 or 7 likes, that means potentially those 6 or 7 people are looking at my profile. And potentially maybe one of those 6 or 7 people are going to DM me to see what it is that I do. Do you guys see what I'm saying? So going in on your Explorer page, liking, commenting, okay? Just planting those seeds, guys. It doesn't always have to be aggressive. It doesn't always have to be, I need to send them a DM that's a Bible long. You know, it doesn't always have to be that. It could just be like, oh, let me like their picture. Let me comment. There's this one girl that she's in Europe, and I've just been liking and commenting on her stuff the last 2 weeks. Like just like liking whatever she posted. So cute. Love this. What happened? Hey, what do you do? Did I do anything? No. I just was consistent with the way that I was showing activity on her account. Did I spam her? No, that's not what I'm saying. Don't spam people. But I was consistent with showing love, showing appreciation, showing gratitude to that person. And now she's reaching out to me, okay? So it's not always that people are going to run to you, but guys, don't feel afraid to give back that same value, right, guys? So what are you doing behind closed doors that will be reflected in public? So are you really doing the things that you say you're doing? Are you building integrity and developing yourself as a leader? Sorry, I don't know what's wrong with my mouth right now. But guys, what I really mean is you're posting a nice picture with a book. Are you reading it? You're posting a nice quote. Are you listening to the audio? Right? Or are you just posting things because you're reposting and you're reposting? Or are you actually putting in the work? I do not just take a cute picture with a book and say, look at me modeling with this book. No, I make sure that I'm holding myself accountable and I am reading that book. Lately, my business has been booming, so I'm literally on chapter 2 of the same book I've been trying to read for the last 2 weeks. But you know what? At least I'm reading 2 pages a day in between calls. I'm finding the time. But find the time, guys. Don't just post things to post value, but actually make sure that you're feeding yourself that value. Okay, guys? The next thing I want to go over is working as a team. Steve was just talking about this. He was saying how he wasn't talking about him hitting chairman. He was talking about Tommy going platinum 5, you know, Brenda going platinum 2, Amberly going platinum 1, Elaine and I going platinum 5. Okay, he was talking about everyone else. And that's what we need to focus on here, guys. We need to focus on everyone else. We need to work as a team, okay? Use your cross lines. Tommy reaches out to us sometimes for calls, okay? Greg, you're more than welcome. I don't even know if you're on this call, but Greg, Mariano, Andrew. I mean, Andrew's on our team, but anybody else, any other leader that is trying to build their business and you need females on a call, reach out to us. To get us on the call same day, it might be a little bit hard, but schedule a call with us, guys, and we will be there. If we are free that same day, we will. But know that if we cannot, it's literally because we cannot. I've literally been nonstop since 7:30 in the morning. But guys, it is important and it is imperative that we utilize one another, okay? There is no I in team. And if we want to grow together, we need to use one another. We need to depend on one another. We need to lean on one another, okay? Another thing I want to go over, celebrate your team's rank ups on your story and some charting or big moves that you can catch on the market or your team calls. Guys, a call like this, do a little boomerang, tag Steve, tag Elaine, tag me, tag Brenda, tag the people on your team. You know why? Because people on your Instagram are going to see movement. They're going to be like, whoa, this person has a pretty large network. Whoa, they are reposting a lot of things throughout the day. Whoa, a lot of people are tagging them and stuff. Guys, when you're reposting, people are aware. People see that your network is growing. Okay? It's super, super imperative, guys. Celebrate your team's rank ups. I celebrated Tommy yesterday. Tommy has nothing to do with my success, but everything to do with this team. So I celebrated Tommy on my story. And I will continue to celebrate people who hit ranks. It's important, guys, because it shows movement. Maybe Tommy has nothing to do with my success, but it has everything to do with maybe a person watching. Like, wow, that guy just hit platinum too. Wow, that team is really moving. Wow. You guys understand what I'm saying? It brings momentum. That's the word. Ooh, we love that word, momentum. It brings momentum into your Instagram. What brings momentum? Reposting, team calls, okay, mentorships, getting Steve spitting some golden nuggets, get him on record, tag him real big. Guys, that's my mentor. That's my mentor. Say it nice and big. Like, those are things, right? Supporting one another, using one another's success. Okay, guys? Market these things. They are super, super important. I would literally say never get on a call, never get on a mentorship call, and don't promote it on your Instagram. Like, that should be an automatic. You should be posting a boomerang, posting a little video. Guys, I literally have gotten, I would probably say at least 5 signups. At least 5 signups in my entire 2 years, which maybe is not a lot, but 5 signups from just posting a team call. Had nothing to do with me. But maybe something Steve said, or maybe something Mike Sotero said, or maybe something Jason Brown said that they were like, I want him. And then boom, they became a sign up. Do you guys understand what I'm saying? Cross-pollinating. This stuff is super, super important, okay? Be engaging and open with your audience and speak on your story. Motivate people. Allow people to feel your positive energy and talk highly about your team and your mentor, not just about you. Guys, I have my friend here. She's sitting next to me. And I was literally just telling her, I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to give this mentorship. And I'm so exhausted because I'm on 4 hours of sleep. You know how fired up I am right now? You know how fired up I'm at? Drop a number 1 if you feel as fired up right now as I am. Because you know what? It's not about how I feel. It's about where this team is going. It's about where we are going together as a unit. It's about where this family is going. It's not about how I feel. I'm sure Steve has had his days where he's literally dead and he will get on a 3-way. He will get on a mentorship call. He will wake up for the trade house, whatever it is. Guys, we have to fight our flesh, right? It literally says in the Bible, like, fight your flesh. Your flesh is weak and your spirit is willing. So we need to like rise in spirit and in our belief system and be like, you know what? I'm going to give so much motivation right now. So if you are on your story and you're having the worst day ever, okay, I coached my mom on this last night because she was trying to give some motivation, but her tonality, right? Her tonality was very low. Can you open that please and see what he's saying? Sorry guys, super important message. Her tonality was low. And I was like, Mom, you're trying to build your business. You're trying to motivate people. You need to give energy. You need to give energy to this call right now. You cannot be giving, hey guys, it's so nice to see you guys. Happy Monday. I'm super excited to be here with you guys. And I want to motivate you guys. You know what they're going to do? Tap, 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 tap. That's what they're going to do. But if you're like, what's up guys? Good morning. It is Monday. Super excited to get pumped and ready to go. We have our team. We have so much going on today, man. There's so much momentum going on in our team right now. We have never experienced the momentum right now that is, did you guys see the difference? You guys, it almost feels like if I'm in your room right now, wherever you're listening to me, it almost feels like I'm with you because your energy, your frequency, okay? Bob Proctor talks about this so much. Guys, it's so like it's so tangible. If somebody has negative energy or they're very like monotone, no one's going to want to listen to that. They want to listen to motivation. That's what's going to get them up in the morning. Okay. That's what's going to get them hyped. So guys, motivate people. It doesn't just have to be about I Am Academy. Like maybe you read something and you want to share it. Guys, honestly, I've been reading this book, Game Changer, and honestly, it's literally been talking about how you're going to change your trials to triumphs. And I want to let you guys know today, you're going to change your trials into triumphs. Like, it has nothing to do with my business, but everything to do with the value that I'm giving the people that come onto my platform, onto my Instagram. Right, guys? So definitely just be motivating. Be Be engaging with your people. Don't be afraid to talk on your Instagram, okay? That was a big thing for me. I remember my first story, I took like 40 because I was so scared. I was like, I stuttered too much. I look weird. I look awkward. Now I could be in a bun, okay? Maybe not all the time, but I try to look, okay. But sometimes I'm just like, I don't care. I need to share this value. And people don't care. I get like shares. Like whenever I go and I give value, there's not one time that I don't get shares. So whether they're sharing and they're talking crap, but that just means that I'm doing something great, or they're sharing and they're talking something good, and now my business is growing. It doesn't really matter. But whatever you're giving is valuable enough for people to be talking about. That's the matter here, okay? Last thing I want to talk about, guys, really, really quickly, make sure that you're pouring value about your team and your mentors. Don't just be talking about you. You guys don't hear Steve on his story like, on the road to Chairman 10 every single day, right? Oh, I'm hitting Chairman 10. No, Steve is always talking about everybody else. And because of that, Elaine and I have trickled that same effect. We make sure that we're always talking about everybody else. Are we close to P5000? Yes. Are we very close to P5000? Yes. Am I very excited? Yes. Do I want to post on my story? Of course. But it has nothing to do with my team. So why am I going to post about me? I want to make sure that I make sure Brenda, who's almost at P2000, is right there. I want to make sure that Amberly, who's almost at P1000, I want to make sure that even the people who are trying to hit P150 are making sure that they're feeling that energy, that motivation, that encouragement. Okay, I think it was like a week or two ago, Elaine and I just blasted super randomly, hey, we're so proud of you. Like just randomly. We were just, posting pictures of our team and just saying, hey, we're so proud of you. They didn't hit any ranks, but we were just saying, hey, we're proud of you. And sometimes as a leader, you just need to give that encouragement. Actually, let me tell you something. I did that to somebody who I knew wasn't working at all. I literally, on purpose, I posted them. And I was like, I am so proud of your dedication, your consistency. I am so excited to see where you go. You know what that person messaged me? And I don't even know if they're on this call right now. They might be. They were like, Katie, I needed this. It just woke me up. I'm ready. So sometimes people get discouraged by seeing all these rank ups and they're like seeing everything left and right and left and right and left and right. But they don't actually see that, man, my mentor believes in me. So sometimes we need to go out there and we need to promote them, whether they have a rank or not, and saying, I believe in you. I'm going to expose you to my whatever 1,000 followers and let them know how much I believe in you. Okay? Last thing, and I'm going to let Elaine hop on. Oof, I'm a little bit over. Okay, so I'm just gonna shut up right now. Use your leaders on three-way calls to help close prospects, okay? And I know Elaine's gonna touch up on this at the end. But guys, Steve has given us literally a blueprint, a guideline to how to do that. Right now, right before this call, I just got done signing up somebody on a three-way call right now. And he just hit 2 and free. Okay, one of the guys on our teams. He's been in the business for like a year. Guys, three-way calls are essential, okay? Very easy. For those of you who don't know, if I'm recruiting Sabrina, come here. She's on a call, on an op call right now, and I have her. And I'm like, hey, Sabrina, you're my friend, and I want to try to close you, but you're already my friend, so that's going to be a little hard. So what am I going to do? I'm going to bring Elaine. Hey, Sabrina, I'm going to introduce you to Elaine. She's my business partner. She's really amazing, and she has some value she wants to share with you. So now, Sabrina, you can go now. So now Sabrina is on our team. She's on our team. She got her first sign up today, so congrats to her. She's here with me grinding all day today. No, we're not just messing around, but we're taking this seriously. We're doing three-way calls, guys. So get in with your teams. Get in with those three-way calls. Elaine, I love you. I'm going to be quiet now. Take it away. You got it, girl. I don't even know. Can I unstop this?
Okay. Sorry, I had to be unmuted. All right, guys. I am so fired up. Go ahead and drop a number 1 in the chat box to say thank you to Katie for all of her golden nuggets. All that wisdom is from hours and hours of mentorship and personal development, which is something that you and I should be doing daily. So guys, I know that we're a little over time, so I'm going to try to make this really short. Yeah, it's getting a little late. So I'm going to make it really short, but I'm going to get through all of the points as quickly as I can. So I'm going to share my screen with you guys. And so we're going to talk about the cold market. Okay. So a lot of people that if you're on this call, it's because you're a builder. It's because you want to gain that residual income, right? And so let's say you've already exhausted your warm market. You've reached out to your friends, you've reached out to your family members, and they're like, yeah, I don't know, I just don't believe it, it's a scam, it's not going to work, this and that. I've heard it all from my own personal family and friends when I first got started. And what's something that like I would hear Mike say all the time. He would say, friends and family won't celebrate you or won't support you until strangers start to celebrate you. And that's literally what happened to me. My family and my friends, like my close friends, they didn't believe in what I did until after they started to see Katie and I have some success. So what happens after you've exhausted your warm market? You're going to jump into the cold market. Now, what does that mean? That means strangers on Instagram. Katie was giving you guys some golden nuggets on, what it is that you should be doing, talking to people on Instagram. So, writing to strangers, right? And it's funny because, as a kid, your parents always, grew up telling you like, hey, don't talk to strangers, but we're not living in the same time as years ago. So now we're getting to meet people from all over the world, all on different, social media platforms. So what are you going to do when you start a random conversation with somebody that you don't know? You're tapping into your cold market. So a couple questions that you want to ask yourself: have you built a rapport with them? So what does that mean? It means complimenting something that you saw from their Instagram. So what I tend to do a lot is I'll look at someone's Instagram. If I see that like they travel a lot or they have some type of, similarity as myself, then I'm going to identify myself with them, and I'm gonna maybe either comment on a post that they put on their feed, or maybe DM them like, hey, I love your Instagram account. I see that you travel a lot. Is that something that you do for work? Find something, some type of common ground that you can relate to them, and say like, hey, I really like this, or I'm able to relate to you in this way, right? There's many different ways. I was on a call just, a couple hours before this with someone in the company, and, she was asking me for some mentorship, and I was like, yeah, no problem. Cause kind of like what Katie was saying earlier, how even though that person is not necessarily on my team, if I have the time, if I have 30 minutes in my day and someone is asking for mentorship, then okay, I'll give you some mentorship. Yes, our team comes first, 100%. But if I have a few minutes to spare, of course, I'm going to go ahead and give you some value, because at the end of the day, we're one family. Everyone in IM, we are one family. We want to see everyone win. So what was I telling that person? I was telling them the same thing. Find something that you can relate to that account with, that person, and look at their stuff, see, how it is that you can help them. Because I always say, like on a lot of like opportunity calls that Katie and I do for the team, I say, look, you have to think of this as like you are that missing puzzle piece to their success story. So they have that hunger and that drive, that motivation, those leadership skills, but they're just missing the platform to get them there. And this is the platform. So you are that missing link from the platform that you have in your hands to the hunger and the drive and the motivation that they have in their hands. And boom, when you make that connecting factor for them, that's it. That's the explosion that you're missing in your team. So those are the kind of people that you want to reach out to. So when you're talking to these people in your cold market, you want to ask yourself, did you pique their interest? So what kind of things are you telling them? Remember, we always tell our team, less is more. Don't give them a whole presentation through DM because you didn't do your job right. Your job, and I know that Steve said this on a call a couple days ago, your job is to solely pique their interest, give them a couple facts of what it is that you're doing, the kind of market that you're tapping into, show them a little bit of the success, right? Just enough to pique their interest. And then what's going to happen next? As soon as you see them have any tiny little spark in their eyes, like, yeah, sure, I want to hear more, or okay, that sounds interesting, but I have a couple questions. Boom. At that very moment, no problem. I would absolutely love to get your questions answered. And you know what? I would actually love for you to meet my mentors, Steve, Max, Brenda, Katie. I would love to get you on a call with them. If I were to have them jump on this call, would you be able to hop on? Boom. If I would you. This is something that we talk about all the time. If I would you. Don't overwhelm them. Don't give them the whole presentation, because that's not your job. Your job is to pique their interest and get them onto an op call. Get them onto a webinar that they're hosting, like this whole week. What's happening? Mike decided to do an on call every single day this week with a different top leader in the company. I hope that you're taking advantage of this, guys, because this doesn't happen all the time. These are top chairmen, top leaders in the company that are taking time out of their day to pour into you guys so that you guys can grow your team. They're not doing it for themselves, they're doing it for you. So I hope that you're taking advantage of that. So what happens next? You have to ask yourself, did you gain their trust? So if I'm talking to a complete stranger, I actually posted this on my Instagram earlier today. I'm like, look, people usually listen to other people that they trust. If I don't know you, how am I really going to trust you? I don't know who you are. I don't know what kind of a person you are. I don't know what kind of value you're trying to give me. Is it good? Is it kind of, I don't know. So ask yourself, what did you say to gain their trust? Did you get to know them a little bit? Did they get to know you a little bit? Did you allow yourself to be known by that person just a little bit, right? And that's based on that conversation that you're having with them. Don't spend a whole day sharing a whole lifelong story before you get them on a call. You just want to say a couple little things here and there. And as soon as you see that their interest is piqued, boom, get them on a 3-way call and schedule that before getting them on the webinar op call that is being hosted by a leader or mentor, right? So sometimes there's people that, reach out to us after the webinar is done and they're like, hey, can you get on a call? Not that we don't want to, but we already have calls that are scheduled. So we tell them we're going to do the best that we can to try to squeeze everybody in. But, sometimes we're on back-to-back calls. I'll be on one call, Katie will be on another. That's what we did today after the call with Mike Sotero and Alex Morton. We were like, okay, divide and conquer. You do this call, I do that call. So, so make sure to schedule those 3-way calls. And then what's next? Katie actually touched up on this a little bit. I want to ask you, what kind of people are you attracting? So scarcity mindset won't get you far. This is also something that I was speaking to somebody about earlier today. When you start off in this company, a lot of people, you're joining the company because A, you want to learn how to trade, and B, if you decide to build a team and gain that residual income, what's the whole purpose of this? It's obviously to create an income, to try and create this generational wealth, right? That's what everyone is here for. But if all you have in your head is money, 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 and you see every single person as a dollar sign, that's not the right way to go about it. You want to make sure that everybody that you speak to actually feels like I am a person with a name, you know who I am by name, and I'm not just looking at you as a sign up. I'm not just going to forget about you as soon as you come into my team. And so when people first start, they have this scarcity mindset because they're like, I just need money. I need to find 3 people so I can hit P150 so I don't have to maybe pay for my subscription. I need money. And I talk to so many people like that at the beginning, I understand you joined the company to make money, but you also need to understand that mindset is not going to get you anywhere. If you have that mindset, even in trading, it's not going to get you very far because trading has a lot to do with your psychology. It has more to do with psychology than it does about the actual analysis. And if you listen to the educators in the Go Live sessions, you will understand that. All the educators say it all the time, that it's about 90% psychology, 10% analysis. So why is it that this company, whether you're a builder or not, we pour into you guys as much as we do to give you this mindset training, because you can use it for both sides. So that's the beautiful thing about this is sometimes we tell people in our team like, hey, I know that you don't really want to build, but this is all about mindset. And this mindset training is what's going to help you in both sides of the business. So guys, try to keep that in mind when you have, your team that might not want to actually build the business, but think of their mindset, because that's something that you have to constantly be pouring into yourself, part of that personal development. And again, going back to like, what kind of mindset are you having with trading, with building? If this is a building call, we're going to talk about building. So I'm not going to look at people being hungry for people to join my team so I can hit P150, hit P600. No, that it might get you to your first rank, might even get you to your second rank in the company. But after that, good luck, because people are going to notice, because the type of energy that you're feeding to your team, they're going to see that, wow, this girl, she's not really being genuine. She's not really looking at me as a valuable person in the team. She's looking at me to see how many people I'm going to bring in. And that's kind of what Eric Worre was talking about in the video that Steve had posted on the call. they're talking about, forming relationships with people. Every person on our team, Katie and I talk to all of our leaders every single day, like literally every day. And it's not always about building. Sometimes it's just like, hey, I saw, this and that on your story, or, I hope you're having a great day. I'm here if you need me. And the people that are on our team that are on this call can testify to that. Why? Because we care about you guys as people, as human beings, as, friends. This is something that I love, that we're coming into this first as complete strangers, because I didn't know Brenda when she first came in. She was a complete stranger. Same thing with Amberly. Same thing with a lot of people on our team. But now we are so close. We talk all the time. So it's creating that friendship with people from the very beginning. Not once they join your team, but from the very beginning, from that first conversation. Have genuine intent. So what does that mean? It means talking from the heart, speaking like, hey, I have information that I just genuinely want to give you so that I can help you. Why? Because I've seen it being a blessing in my life, and I simply want to share and extend the opportunity to you. People will know whether you're genuine or not. People will feed off of your energy, believe it or not, even if it's just through like text or DM. It doesn't even have to be face to face. You can see with your body language, with the words that you choose that come out of your mouth, you feed off of that energy, and people will truly feel it. And like Bob Proctor talks about, like, being in the same like vibration, the same frequency. Like if you're not on that same frequency, they're gonna feel it, they're gonna know it. So make sure that you're checking yourself. And so when Katie and I first started, we did, like, I'm not gonna lie, we did have that like scarcity mindset, that poverty mindset at first. Because why? We came in broke as a joke. We came in like, I don't even know if I can pay my subscription. Thank God that things have changed since then, right? For the better. But when we first started and we hit the first rank in the company and we were trying to hit P600, it was a struggle, because everything that we did was really, it wasn't, not that we weren't being genuine, but we were just like, oh my God, like, I just need the money. I need the money. I need the money. Money should not be in your head right now. When you're talking to people, this is like network marketing. Network marketing is getting to know people for people, not people for dollar signs. So if you're talking to them with a dollar sign on their face, on their forehead, you're doing it all wrong. So how do I attract the right kind of people? Well, I need to level up. How did Katie and I hit P600, hit P1000, hit P2000, now getting very close to hitting P5? Not because we were looking at people with dollar signs, but we started to attract the right kind of people with the right mindset. So we knew that after we hit every rank, what happened? We needed to level up as people. So we talk about this a lot with our team and, within each other. And we post it on our social media as well, because we want people to know that, hey, Katie was talking about branding yourself, right? So how am I going to brand myself? I'm going to make sure that people know who I am. So if you're going to join me, you're joining a leader. You're joining somebody that truly cares about not just my team, but about myself. Because if I'm not pouring into myself daily, then how am I going to be able to pour back into my team? I'm not going to be able to pour out of an empty cup. And we say this a lot to our team. We say, hey, you better be filling yourself up every single day. When Steve or Mike or any other leader here, when they write in the chats and they say, guys, listen to this audio, this podcast, this YouTube video, read this book, whatever it is, like any type of advice that they give you, that's mentorship, guys. But mentorship only works if it's being applied. So we understood that we needed to take this seriously, and every level, every rank in the company was truly just a new level of ourselves as people. You're not going to get blessed with that next rank, with that next group of people, that wave of people coming into your business, if you're not developing yourself as a leader. So if you want to attract leaders, if you want to attract people that are hungry, that are motivated, that want to hit those ranks with you, the lions, the ones that are going to run with you, you better make sure that that's the same way that you're promoting yourself. So if you're not pouring in, if you're not listening to those audios, if you're not reading those books, then how are you going to be able to grow? What kind of people are you going to be able to attract? And I know Katie was talking about that, at the beginning of the call. So how do you get there? Here's a couple of things that I wrote down. So guys, write this down. This is stuff that we do as part of personal development. This is just some of it. There's a lot more that we can provide you with. And this was given to us by Jason Brown. He was talking about building a network marketing company. It's an audio. You can look it up on YouTube by Jim Rohn. GoPro by Eric Worre. He was the same guy that Steve shared the video about earlier in the call. And Building an Empire by Brian Carruthers. These are like, if you haven't done that already, I don't care if this is day one for you or if you've been in the company for a few months or even a couple years, however long it's been. If you haven't listened to that audio, if you haven't read those books, like that is super key, guys. That's coming from the top of the leadership in the company, and it's going to trickle all the way down. It trickles all the way down to us. We give it to our team. Every new person that gets added, you want to build, boom, here you go. You want to just level up in trading, you want to talk about mindset, we're going to talk to you about mindset. So this is just some of the information that we wanted to go over. So I tried to keep it as short as possible, trying to summarize everything. I know we went a little bit over. I'm so sorry. But I'm going to go ahead and give it back to Steve. Steve, thank you so much for giving Katie and I the opportunity to be able to give this mentorship. And we appreciate you so much. I'll let you take over.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Wow. 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 Guys, unbelievable. Let's drop a 225 for Miss Katie and Elaine, about to be Platinum 5000s. Drop a 225 for them, guys. It's absolutely unbelievable, their impact and what God is doing through them and through their team. I want to give a shout out because, guys, we started with 51. We're at 45, an hour and 10 minutes later. And all that tells me is that you're here because you want to win. And it's amazing to see the growth of this team and the growth of this organization and what we're about to do. And, you know, here's what I keep saying, guys, keep showing up. You know, we want to give you guys a culture that also builds you as individuals. You know, we don't do these calls, guys. Nobody pays us to do these calls, right? Nobody says you got to do these calls. Like, we could literally not do any calls and just say go live. But what we do is we think about, what do you need as a person to develop to be able to get to that next level? And that's why we have the calls set up as they are. And guys, just a friendly reminder before we wrap it up that tomorrow morning at 8 a.m., you guys are all invited, as long as you've gone through your basics. Okay, I want you to have gone to your basics. And let me do something here real quick. 1 second. Boom. So now you guys should see me. Make sure you guys have gone through your basic academy, and we're going to do some live training off the harmonic scanner. Now, I will tell you, right, results are not guaranteed. But guess what, guys? You know, we've been slamming. I don't know, but has any of you guys been on those calls, right? Those things, we've been popping some trades on there. So 8 a.m. is early, but we're rocking it. Shout out to Walter. He hit his percentage gain today. A couple of things I want to say before we wrap it up, guys. A couple of key things. It's very important. There are things that I've gone through, and just as you're hearing a lot of this, I know that a lot of you are, you know, just barely hitting it. And maybe next week I'm going to actually have some people at a P150 level speak, because I really want you to really understand every level here and what the experience is like. Look, guys, some people come into this business. Shout out to Eric and E, hit Platinum 1000 in 30 days, right? Shout out to Eric and E for doing that. Platinum 1000 in 30 days, right? Unbelievable, right? Guys, it took me over a month to hit Platinum 150, right? Check this out. I signed up 2 people my first month, and my third person didn't sign up, but I actually switched my subscription to an IBO account, so I didn't even get the free product. So here I am with 2 people. I wanted my third, and the third person doesn't sign up. I pay for the darn IBO, and I don't even get free product. So I've never had free product in 2.5 years, but best investment I've ever made is pay for my product, right? But I want you guys to understand, whatever you're experiencing, whether it's an explosion like Eric and E, or you're like, why can't I even get 2 people? We've been there. I've been there. I'll share one more story with you guys. When I went Platinum 600, the sign up that I needed was a very close family member. And I'm not going to say who it is, right? Because I've thought about this over time, and I don't want to put it out there because the person loves and supports me. The family member signs up today. I hit Platinum 600. I'm ecstatic. And that same day, that same week, I don't even know if I processed a Platinum 600 check. The person refunds. Now, this is my family. They refunded on me, right? Well, I know now it wasn't about me. It's about them and their own perspective and view. The person refunded, and now I'm not a Platinum 600. And the story ends up, I go to convention as a Platinum 150, but you could only walk the stage as a Platinum 600. And I forget how it went down, but your boy ended up being a Platinum 600 while at convention so that I could walk that stage and get my certificate. You see, everyone's story is different. If you feel that this part of your business is a little bit more challenging right now, that's okay. You're at the right place. And I think that tonight, listen, I've already started getting feedback. Shout out to Elaine, shout out to Katie. I got some feedback already that said this was the training that they needed. So I believe a lot of you guys got value tonight, and that's what this is about. So listen, all I want you to know is you're at the right place at the right time. Stick and stay, and you'll get paid. And I'll say this to you guys, listen, some of you are on Tommy's team, some of you are on Elaine and Katie's team. All of you guys are with me and on our team. But I'll tell you this, I've got people that didn't stick and stay, and they're looking at themselves in the mirror with a lot of regret right now. A lot of people that Katie and Elaine were on their team. A lot of people where Tommy was on their team. A lot of people where I got a family member where Greg and Eric and E would have been on their team, but they didn't stick and stay. And I'll say this to you. Don't do it for people. Somebody said to me today, they said, I need this rank advancement. I need it. And I said, no. And I've said this a couple times, so it's not just to them, but I just want you to get the philosophy. You don't need a rank. The rank needs you. See, the world needs people who will impact others. You see, the person that you find that sees value in trading and in building a business, that person needs you. I got goosebumps. That person needs you more than you need them. Change the perspective. See, the next person, the very next person that you talk to may come onto this platform and become a 6- and 7-figure trader, and you will change their family for generations. The very next person that you speak to can become a Chairman 10, Chairman 25, Chairman 100. Yes, that's a blessing, but it's more of a blessing for them than it is for you. So same thing, change your perspective. You're not looking for people. People are looking for you, but you got to find those that they just need the right opportunity. They just need the right business partner. And hey, how about this? Become the right business partner, right? When I would, do ministry, I talk a lot about, the single people. It's like, stop worrying about finding the right person and become the right person. Stop worrying about finding the perfect person to bring into your business, and rather you become the right person, and you will attract the right person into your business, right? So you're the right person. You've been here for going on an hour and a half. I'm proud of you. I'm excited that you're part of our organization. I'm proud to see you grow and see you get to that next level. You see, this is not about me. And the longer that I'm here, I realize it's all about you. And so I will do everything in my power to help you succeed. Now listen, we're not perfect. I'm not perfect. But everything that we can do, we will do it. So guys, go out there and get after it. Get after your goals and dreams. Get after what it is that you want to become. And listen, it's not about the goal. It's about who you become in pursuit of that goal. Blessings to you guys. Have a wonderful night.